Greetings, I'm Dike Rostant. Welcome back to the TTT News. We're only talking to pretty people today as CZAR presents its second installment of Carnival Theatre on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Joining us to tell us more are playwright, director and producer Penny Gomez and Thespian Destra Garcia. It is time to go in depth on Riddim Nation. Welcome, ladies. And Penny, I want to start with you, please, because you are the playwright, producer, and director of one of the few Carnival Theatre productions. So we're asking you for an overview, please.
Yes, TK, so great to be on to talk about this. And I think that after a pause in carnival activities because of COVID, this is something that is going to be welcomed in this landscape. And I think because it sort of captures all aspects of carnival in one shot, it is really the kind of production that if you do nothing else, that you come to this production because you get everything all at once. And I love that we've merged theater with carnival to tell a story. And it's really, for me, a reawakening, a love story, a rekindling of passion for all things carnival. And it does so by really bringing the lead character, Bruco, who's looking for his rhythm, and he's really training to be a Mukujambi, looking for this rhythm and realizing that it's not as easy as he thought. So it's both figurative and and literal because he really doesn't have the movement, but the rhythm speaks to something that he's looking for to be awakened within him, that he realizes is very inherent and intrinsic to who we are. And we do so by tracing his steps, by trying to get that passion and understanding what is at the heart of the rhythm, which really is the heart, and doing so by going to all these carnival activities, the activities that really more or less form carnival. So of course, the pan and looking at the origins of the pan, starting from the drums, but then on to the tambour bamboo, the rhythm section, and pan, and looking and realizing what is the cultural significance, so that he has a link and an understanding. Then going to the music and finding out the significance of brass and the love affair we have with brass and with calypso, soca, chutney. And the beautiful thing about this is that the practitioners themselves, they tell the stories. We've used actors in some aspects. So Broku, Kern Samuel, who is taking the lead, and Sexy Sue, and they are both obviously they are actors in their own right. And of course, Destra, who I'm sure she'll be very happy to have been referred to as a thespian just now. Well done. In her acting debut. So she's come on in a role that really you just have to come and see her because she's taking on the role of a mother. And Destra has a younger son, but a younger daughter, sorry, in Zaya. But here she is going to be the mother of an older person. So we're working some stage magic there to make that happen.
Let me hear from Destra now. Thanks. So Queen
Yes,
Bacchanal,
of
how did you
course.
hear about this project and what made you decide that yes, I end up. This is something that I want to be a part of?
Well, like Penny said earlier to me, she said this is a love project, and all the people that are involved know each other. We respect each other, not just behind the scenes and personally, but professionally also. And this project, Jules, who we know of with the all inclusives and stuff, I mean, he has a love for theater and the arts. And last year, we actually, after Mass, we embarked on, just talking about future projects and different things like that. So when he came up with this idea of, okay, this year, what we're going to do, and he pitched it and he said, what do you think? I was like, yeah, it's sounding good. He's like, you have to act. I'm like, what? Because last year I just performed at the end, which I will be performing again. But I'm also in the capacity of actress this time. So I'm really excited about doing that because, I'm being challenged. And anytime I'm challenged to do anything, I say, okay, yeah, I'm going to ace this.
And I want to talk about that challenge a little bit because as a brand, you would portray a version of yourself, but you focus a little more on the music, like you said from last year with Mass. But how easy or what was the process like in terms of making that transition from music to acting?
Well, I guess with acting, you have to detach yourself from the brand and the labels that are put on you as an entertainer for music. Acting is something completely different, and that's what it is, acting. For example, this role, like Penny said, I'm acting as the mother of a older gentleman. So first of all, I'm like, how you all could cast me as the mother of somebody that old? But when I say old, I mean in comparison to age, he could be more like my little brother. So I had to get into character, and that I guess is what acting is all about, getting into character and challenging yourself to be somebody else, someone that you're not. So it's going to not be a challenge because you still want all of the Destra-ness, my naturalness, but I'm going to be transforming it into what I know the maternal instinct to be, because I am also a mother, like Penny said. So I know what a mother is supposed to sound like, act like, and be like. But he is a group, more or less a young man, and I have to more or less be mothering him. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. That and the fact that they promised me that I could tap him. I'm joking. I'm joking.
But Penny, answer the person who asked, why have a play on Carnival Monday and Tuesday?
It's not just a player, so that's the first thing, and we are terming this Carnival Theatre. So we've fused some, theater with carnival. So you're coming to essentially see a carnival. It's a musical. That's what it is, Carnival Theatre. So it's not just a play. It's not just come and sit down, and it's very immersive because in the particular act where, for instance, we have the old mass, where we have the griot as the midnight robber, who is going to be carrying us through the whole origins of all those characters, the baby doll and the peregrinade, etc. The audience is a part of it. I don't want to give too much of that away, but you actually feel as if you're part of the actual play because we built that in. So that's important. And in addition to that, remember what I said. If you miss going to your parties, if you miss seeing your performers on stage, you can come there. You're seeing Destra, God knows, in two different roles. You're seeing the likes of Sherwin Winchester, Nishad M, Drew Petit. We have Extempo in there with Brian London and Mr. Shack. So it actually is a really a heavy dose. Farmer Nappy is in there in our big act with Lois Lewis and Joanna Gappy. And Despers is in there with Pan. So it's everything mixed up in one. We even have mass. We have three mass bands, mind you, on stage in the final act. So it's really a one shot for the carnival, but we've done that through a storyline which really is a reawakening, a love affair for this character that really understands what rhythm is and how it's so important to the experience of carnival.
And definitely that is something in terms of whetting our appetite for this love story. We're going to go to the break now. We return with more of this conversation. Stay with us.
Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Bring your rhythm and come to the Napa for Riddim Nation. Woo!
So we're getting a little idea, some behind the scenes footage of Riddim Nation, and we're speaking with the playwright, producer and director Penny Gomez, as well as actress Destra Garcia. And Destra, I'm going to start with you and then go to Penny, please, in terms of what has the rehearsal process been like? You don't need to tell us if you tap up anybody yet.
Well, for me, you know, they've been trying to work around my schedule a lot. So, you know, most of my interaction has been with my co-actor that I am mainly involved with. And it's been great, getting better and better with every single rehearsal, feeling more and more natural, becoming the character, you know, so I'm really enjoying where I think by Carnival Monday and Tuesday, I may forget that I'm actually Destra.
All right, and with that, I want to ask you, Penny, and being in front of the camera as well as behind, what are some of those things that come to this process and the rehearsal process, just getting ready for being able to embody all of these aspects of it, Penny?
You know, I think that what people don't know is that I do a lot of script writing, you know, normally. I do a lot of it, particularly for corporates. And I think it's so good for me to be able to do this in this particular setting for Carnival. So it's something that I've been accustomed doing, I think, but this particular production, it's a big cast. You know, we're over 100. I've known Destra forever. Destra is such a natural, you would not believe Dike. I was very impressed when we did all our table reads. You know, we were doing the table reads, we had to do it virtually. I realized that she was going to have these lines down pat. She brought her own flavor to it, which is what we wanted. And when she actually met with Kern, when they did rehearsals, they really gelled, because that's always important when you're directing, that your characters, even a big part, a major part, a leading part, whatever it is, that the characters gel. Internalize the line. So as long as they get that, that is what is important for me, because they came across very believable. And I really did say, like Destra said, that she started becoming, even though Kern is a young man, that she started thinking about, yeah, but this is how I would act as your mother. I would probably tap you for doing some nonsense that he did. You have to come to see the show to actually see what it is. But then the beautiful thing about that, in the end, for the finale, and I don't want to give too much away, then Destra is able to shed that character and then be Destra in the same production. So there is that twist without giving too much away. And you asked me, why do a play? And I did tell you, now it's a musical. It's not a play, it's Carnival Theatre. But I think that for us to do this, and to do this with the support, for instance, of our sponsors, and it was an undertaking for them, because we were able to sell them on the significance of this. So the Prime Minister's Sport and Cultural Fund, who's a platinum sponsor, and Republic Bank, who is our gold sponsor, I think they were able to identify with us the importance of that, especially at a time when I want to say it's almost as if we've been in hibernation. It's all because Carnival has not been, you know, in its fullest self just yet. So it's almost as if we're waiting, you know what I mean? You're waiting just to sort of break free. So I think for this is a good foray into next year, to remind you about all the beautiful things that you love. So like, you know, Carib, who's come on board with us, and Angus Tura, they have really identified with the vision and with Jules Sobian's vision, because this really came from Jules. This is from his head that I was able to put this on paper and to bring it to the stage on Napa come Carnival Monday, Tuesday. We open the doors at 6. We start at 7:30 p.m. Get ready for the best 2 hours in the Carnival season. Tickets are only $350, and you can get it at Napa's box office or islandetickets.com.
All right, so cross those questions off for paper, DK. You may take off your corporate hat, Penny, but you don't have it too far from you at all. But in terms of moving forward and this foray, these new steps, Destra, do you see anything that you may say, okay, well, this is something that I might want to take as part of my routine, part of the things that I prepare for a performance, or just this may be the start of things to come a little more on this side of the fence?
Yes, and I think yes would be the answer to that question. And the reason that both Penny and Jules, I believe, contacted me to do this because since last year we were having hopes of me doing my own production like this. So this is a nice way to kind of introduce myself into theater locally. In terms of acting, I recently got an opportunity to do a couple lines in a sitcom abroad, which was kind of cool and unexpected. And I'm not sure how I would handle it. But I think that gave me the confidence that I needed to know and to believe in myself, to know that, as an entertainer, you can wear many hats, whether you're a TV show host, right? Whether you're a comedian, whether you're a singer, whether you're just entertaining a room. As an entertainer, you wear many hats. And I think I am multifaceted in terms of being able to entertain people, being able to work in the area of arts. So when you guys see me on stage, you may not recognize me, but it's still me.
And with that, I want to know who co-signed more and who Destra, you or your daughter?
Listener, you would not believe. By the way, her episode airs next week, so I will keep you posted on that.
Please do. And one of the things in terms of like wearing those hats, Penny, and I think we're kind of winding down to the conversation, looking at pivots and looking at different ways that we can take elements of Trinidad and Tobago and have different applications. Where do you think that Riddim Nation stands in terms of helping to possibly shine a light on what is possible, the potential that we have here?
And that's what it is. I think all of us in culture and in the arts, we've longed for a product that we can travel with, that would encapsulate, that would capture the different artistic aspects of Trinidad and Tobago. And I think more and more, this certainly can be something that can be further fine-tuned to take overseas. So I think I'm looking forward to that, where we can see this replicated and other productions like it replicated overseas, so that people can really see, and really understand more than coming to play mass and so on, because there's a lot of focus on that, but really understanding the cultural significance behind what we do and appreciating it in its fullness. So I think this production is one of some of that kind that has the potential to do that.
And if Lion King could be beating the body all over the place for how many years? I think this
Yes.
is a good point of reference in terms of like saying, okay, well, you're mounting and you have different installations in different spaces. But with that, I want to get closing words from both you and you, Penny, and Destra. Thanks. Destra, we start with you. We give you 30 seconds each.
All right, guys. So bring your rhythm and come. As we said before, it's all about Napa. And, I can't wait to see you guys. I can't wait to be on this platform. And it's going to be amazing. If it's anything, well, it's not going to be anything like mass. So what you've seen before, this is going to be even better.
Thank you so much, Penny.
And so I think that Destra sort of took some of the words out of my mouth, but I'm going to say what I said in my drop before. There are many places that you can be come Carnival Monday and Tuesday, but I really know where you should be. And that is Napa. Come to the show, 6 p.m. We start at 7:30 because we have to observe all COVID protocols. And you are going to be entertained. You're going to be titillated. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to, be just a part of that whole production. You're going to leave satisfied and wanting for more. At the same time, you get a feel and you say, oh gosh, that is moreish. So that is where you need to be. Napa, Monday and Tuesday. $350, Napa box office, islandetickets.com.
And I think it's even so much more important to honor the work that has been put in during this time. But we want to thank you so much, ladies. Penny Gomez, Destra Garcia, talking about Carnival at the Theatre, Riddim Nation, on the Carnival Monday and Tuesday. And on behalf of the entire TTT News team, I'm Dike Rostant. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.